Goals that are not written down are just wishes. I think that this is a great quote that helps explain why you would want a bucket list. Hi, I am Joseph Lietaert, and I would like to tell you all about my bucket list. My first goal for my bucket list is getting married and having a family. As a child, I have always wanted to get married and have a family. The term marriage derives from the Latin word mas, meaning male or masculine. Marriage does more to promote life satisfaction than money, sex, or even children, says Wake Forest University psychologist. A little-known fact about marriage is that a person's level of education influences the age at which they marry. Couples tend to marry later in states with higher numbers of college-educated adults, while the opposite is true for states with lower education levels. Since religion is important to me, this is a cool fact. Married people are twice as likely to go to church as unmarried people. The second thing on my bucket list is to graduate from Michigan State University. My whole life I have been a Michigan State fan. My dad graduated there, and I would like to continue that tradition. I have always been a MSU Spartan fan. Michigan State University was founded on February 12, 1855. The school motto is Advancing Knowledge, Transforming Lives. The president is Luanna Simon. Michigan State is also well-funded. In the fiscal year 2012, MSU attracted more than $500 million in external funding. My third thing on my bucket list is to go on a cruise to the Bahamas. My dream vacation has always been going on a cruise. I have always enjoyed the ocean and all of the sea life in it. There are about 1,000 crew members on board the average ship to cater to passengers' every need. These people are experts, from engineers to waiters to navigators. You are also definitely well fed on a cruise ship. On average, there are 105,000 meals prepared every single week on board a cruise ship. These meals include 20,000 pounds of beef, 12,000 pounds of chicken, and 28,000 of eggs. The Bahamas are my dream destination. The Bahamas is an archipelago nation with about 700 islands. About 40 of the islands are populated. The name Bahamas comes from the Spanish word bahamar, which means shallow water. The Bahamas is surrounded by shallow water. My fourth thing on my bucket list is to visit the Grand Canyon. I have always thought that visiting the national parks was fun, so why not visit the biggest one of all, the Grand Canyon? The Grand Canyon was formed by the Colorado River, which flows west through the canyon and averages about 300 feet width, 100 feet in depth, and flows at an average speed of 4 miles per hour. It took 3 to 6 million years to form. Erosion continues to alter its contours still today. It is a chasm 277 miles long and up to 18 miles wide. It is a very popular spot for wildlife. It includes approximately 70 species of mammals, 250 species of birds, and 25 types of reptiles and species of amphibians. Wow, that sounds like fun. The fifth thing on my bucket list was that I've always wanted to celebrate Mardi Gras in New Orleans. I have always wanted to celebrate a holiday that I've never celebrated before. After searching around, I found Mardi Gras to be the most interesting, and I would like to celebrate it in New Orleans. The origin of Mardi Gras can be traced to medieval Europe, passed through Rome and Venice in the 17th and 18th century, to the French House of the Bourbons. In 1875, Governor Warmoth signed the Mardi Gras Act, making Fat Tuesday, the beginning of Mardi Gras, a legal holiday in Louisiana, which is still today. They wear the masks because by law, float riders must always have a mask on. On Fat Tuesday, masking is legal for everyone else, and the elaborate masks that some wear add to the fun. It's free, so not only that, but you'll leave with bags of Mardi Gras, beads, and candy. The sixth thing on my bucket list is skydiving in Guam. I have always been an adrenaline junkie, enjoying things like roller coasters, zip lining, and heights. So skydiving has been a lifetime dream of mine. I found that Guam has a really cool view, so I figured that that would be a great place to begin. Since Guam is such a small island, it can only support a single drop zone, called Skydive Guam. The drop zone offers tandem skydiver experiences to the island's tourists, priced on a sliding scale depending on the jumper's chosen exit altitude. Even though the ambient temperature at altitude is lower than the temperature on the ground, Guam's sunny climate doesn't require tandem passengers to dress in layers. The tiny island of Guam is supported almost entirely by the U.S. military operations based there, and a steady flow of tourists from neighboring Japan. My seventh thing on my bucket list is to visit some of the great castles in Europe. Medieval history has always been an interesting subject to me. I enjoy looking at all the castles. Castle is a fort, camp, and the logical development of a fortified enclosure. The Neuschwanstein Castle is one of the most visited castles in Germany, and one of the most popular tourist destinations in Europe. The construction of the Neuschwanstein Castle began in 1869, and originally it was projected to last 3 years. But Ludwig II wanted the castle to be perfect, so the immense building was not finished until Ludwig's death in 1886. The fairy tale of the Neuschwanstein Castle inspired Walt Disney to create the Magic Kingdom Castle. Number 8 on my bucket list is visiting Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. is the national capital, so I would like to visit there at least once in my lifetime. It is named Washington, D.C. after George Washington and Christopher Columbus. The motto of Washington, D.C. is Justice for All, or Justitia Omnibus. Washington, D.C. is not a state. It is a federal district created specifically to be the seat of the government. The population of Washington, D.C., according to 2012 estimates, was 632,323. This makes the city 25th most populous place in America. Further, the city has 47% male and 53% female population. My ninth thing on my bucket list is to climb Mount Everest. Mount Everest is one of the tallest mountains in the world. I always wanted to have a big challenge. Mount Everest got its name after British Surveyor General of India, Sir George Everest. About 4,000 people have attempted to conquer this giant. However, 660 have been the only people who have actually been able to do it. A sad part of this story is associated with the demise of about 142 people while climbing the mountain. For those who wish to give it a try to pay a visit to the summit, early May, prior to the monsoon season, is the ideal time. 8 hours and 10 minutes was the time set by Pemba Sherpa of Nepal while completing his ascent of Mount Everest. This has been the fastest time so far. My 10th thing on my bucket list is going to the Super Bowl. Football is my favorite sport to watch, and the Super Bowl is the biggest game of the year. Of the 10 most watched American television programs of all time, 9 of them are Super Bowls. Detroit Lions, Houston Texans, Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Cleveland Browns have never been in the Super Bowl. One 30-second commercial aired during the Super Bowl cost at least $2,800,000. Thank you for watching this video and have a great day.
I'm just a breath away, losing my faith today.
I'm falling off the edge today.
I am just a man, not superhuman.
I'm not superhuman.
Someone save me from the hate. It's just another war, just another family torn.
Falling from my feet today.
Just a step on the edge, just another day in the world we live. I need a hero to save me now. I need a hero. I need a hero to save my life. A hero will save me.
Just in time.
I've gotta fight today to live another day, speaking my mind today.
My voice will be heard today.
I've gotta make a stand, but I am just a man.
I'm not superhuman.
My voice will be heard today. It's just another war, just another family
My
torn.
voice will be heard today.
It's just another kid.